let's come to some title contenders. Aston Villa. They are title contenders this season.
Yeah.
They didn't score in the first 3 league games, 4 or 5 league games, they didn't get a goal. And
Unbelievable.
They have now won 10 out of 16. They've now scored 25 league goals and they've only let in 17. They've got a defensive record that is very impressive. I think they've got a fantastic spine. I don't know what was going on in them first 5 games. And let's be honest, Christian, if they had their shit together to start the season, they would be top of the league right now. I know you can say everybody can point at, like, City can go the Tottenham game and Arsenal can go the fucking Sunderland game. But Villa were so bad to start the season. Emery was under pressure, Christian. If they were just par, 6 out of 10, they would now be top of the Prem, mate.
I think, it's a shit. They were just slow out the blocks. I don't know, like, whether their pre-season was bad or whether they even had one. I don't even know. But they were just uncharacteristically bad at the start of the year, and it has cost them. It saved everyone else's arse. I do agree with you. Villa of recent, I think they're a great team, man. I love Tielemans. Tielemans is one of my favourite players. I think he is superb. I really like how athletic they are. I think they've just got a perfect balance in that side, man. And then you've got, like, them players where sort of kind of a bit of the model that Newcastle sort of used in terms of how strong the midfield is. They've also 100%. Been allowed to give Morgan Rogers that freedom, and we've seen how devastating he can be. God, I'm gutted we lost him, by the way, came through our academy. What a player. I don't mind it, mate. I like a competitive league, and I like to see a team that you wouldn't usually see up there competing. So I think it's a fresh perspective. I really like it. I thought Villa, in the last few games, they've looked great. They're playing with no fear, playing with no inhibition. They're just going for it, and it's great to see, man. What do you think, though, in terms of do you actually think they could keep some sort of legs in this?
I don't. No, I don't. I'm tongue in cheek. They're mathematically in a title race, and I do feel like going back to my initial point on the start of the season. I've got their first league games up now, Christian. They started the season with a 0-0 draw against Newcastle at home. The second game, they lost 1-0 to Brentford. The third game, they lost 3-0 to Palace. The fourth game, they drew 0-0 to Everton. They didn't score a goal for 4 games, and they got 2 0-0s out of it and lost the other 2. Now, like I said, if they took 4 points from their first 4 league games, which, let's be honest, isn't setting the world alight, and Aston Villa right now would easily get that from those fixtures. If they got 4 points from the first 4 games, they would be top of the league. And I just think about when Leicester did it, Christian. They were top, and they were like, okay, let's try and stay there. We'll be top at Christmas. We'll be top in Jan. Oh my God. Transfer window ends. Now they've got a 4-point lead, and Leicester are like, maybe we can fucking do this. I just think Villa had to be top and really flying to do it. And I do think City have got that. I'm not saying you're going to do 12 wins in a row. I don't think you're going to do that, but I also think you're going to be better than I thought. And I think City are going to be like, they might win 9 out of 11.
Yeah.
You might be in the middle of that run now, to be fair. Or you might do that in March, April. And I don't think they can withstand that, Villa, unfortunately. However, they're my bet for third, mate. And I think Morgan Rogers, honestly, will, another 2 at the weekend.
What a strike,
stonker, man. I just think, like you said, I think they are a very good team. Okay, let me ask you this, right? Let's go into the transfer window in January. Can Emery go to the board and say, get me a striker? I'm 3 points off first.
I was literally going to say the same thing to you, right? So yeah, I think they are lacking a striker. Unfortunately for them, Ollie Watkins has fell off a little bit.
Okay.
And it's come at a bad period. I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Because the one area they seemed blessed in when they had John Duran, and then they had Ollie Watkins fighting, and then obviously Duran left, and Watkins is kind of where he's at in his career. I don't know. Yeah. Hopefully, if he could bounce back for them, you never know. But yeah, mate, if they went and got a legitimate 9, but how hard is that to do? Like everyone's been trying. City got the golden ticket in Erling Haaland. He wanted to go to Manchester City because of his dad, and we won that one. But how hard is it to get a number 9, bro? Like,
Unai Emery goes to the board and he goes, go and get me Darwin Núñez till the end of the season.
I like that. I really like that. Yeah, 100%. But the thing is,
introduce some chaos. You know, like when the Joker is
Liverpool
speaking
fans
to
are missing it, bro. I've heard a lot of Liverpool fans now, though. I saw
Fix
Craig
their
on
play.
Anfield Agenda, man, and he was saying that because he made a claim like a long time back saying that Darwin Núñez, he would rather have Darwin Núñez than Alexander Isak. They then went and signed Isak. Darwin Núñez is gone. He said he stands by it. Do you know what, right? I get his point. I'm not saying that Darwin Núñez is a better footballer. Obviously, I'm aware he's not. Isak far superior. But sometimes, Alex, it's about what that player brings to the side. Does that suit? Does the chaos suit the rest of them? And sometimes it fucking does.
It's like the Joker when he's in the hospital with Harvey Dent, and he gets Harvey Dent to hold the gun to his head and says, "Introduce some chaos." Does Unai Emery do that with the board and say, "Go and get me fucking Núñez, and let's just see, can Núñez get me 10 goals from January?" Cause some utter chaos. And this is the thing, he might be rubbish and he might not get one. But you're playing with house money here. You're probably going to come third anyway. Look at the league, mate. Who's going to come fucking third? What, Chelsea, United, Liverpool are going to jump
I'll tell you what, Alex, one thing I will say, and we didn't really touch on this in terms of like league expectations with Chelsea, but I think Villa are coming above Chelsea this season, regardless of whether they go and get a 9. I think Villa are a much better team. They're better balanced. Chelsea have thrown a lot of shit at the wall and a bit of it has stuck, but a lot of it is sliding down and don't look too pretty. So,
out of interest, what's their fixtures? Because with Arsenal, they're just playing so dross. I don't think it matters who they're playing. It's going to be a struggle. City will beat everybody at home and will win most away games. Villa, fixtures can be good for Villa because they're immense at home and away from home. They do need a few West Hams. They do need a few of them nice fixtures, Christian, over Christmas. Let's go through it. Oh, God. Villa. I've got United at home on Sunday. Right.
Well, they've got a fucking banker coming up, though.
So they're still in the title race Sunday evening. We can confirm that. They've then got Chelsea away. Oh, God. They've got United, Chelsea and Arsenal next 3. Look, right, if they can come out of that within 3 points of whoever's top, we think it'll be City.
If they do, they're in a title race.
Because then, Christian, it opens up a little bit, mate. Then you've got Forest, Palace, Everton, Newcastle. Now you're into mid-table games, and Villa beat them all at home. Villa beat City and Arsenal at home, mate. So
yeah, they've been relentless. I feel like they're some big fixtures, aren't they? And they always fare well at the Emirates, and usually we do put them away at the Etihad, but it goes close to the wire a lot of the times. We've nearly slipped up against them a few times, even going back to the Grealish days when they had him. You know what I mean? They're a tough side. I think where they need to be consistent. I hear what you're saying, by the way. They will put most teams away at home, if not all of them. But when they're going away, it's them Bournemouth away, then Palace away, and that's why, Alex.
West Ham was a skiddy one, mate. On Sunday, they got out of jail,
and that's where I just feel ultimately they will come up short because that difference with the top teams. It's like when Pep first came in and. Obviously, it was a poor first season for us. And then the next year, he was like going to the guys. They did the documentary, and he's like, Burnley back then were a decent Premier League side, and he was saying like how he hated going there and stuff like that. But it shows the importance, Alex, to be that top club that takes the Premier League. You need to just tick over and get these wins at them grounds effortlessly. And I do think that would be a stretch too far. But, mate, the fact we're even talking about them in this breath, if we have got any Villa fans, please leave us a comment. Let us know how you're feeling, because I can't imagine any of you are going to be too disgruntled, even if you did go on to win it. It's amazing that you're in this conversation.
No, I really want to... I might clip this and post it as a separate video, this little segment on Villa, because I really like this to reach some Villa fans. And let us know in the comments and see what they think, because... speaking of putting a gun to your head, Joker, Harvey Dent scene, if Victor Lindelof and Jadon Sancho get winners' medals this season for the Premier League, get the gun and point it at my head and pull the fucking trigger.
That is great. Oh, God, the thought of that.
Tongue in cheek.